I'm well, Tatiana. How are you?
I'm great. I loved Back to the Outback, and
Oh,
I got my little pretty boy here, though I wish
oh.
I had Maddie, but that's okay. We'll maybe in the future. Anyway, I really loved your portrayal. And also, there were so many fascinating dynamics that I would not have expected in the story. One of which being Maddie and Chaz, animal events coordinator extraordinaire, had many more layers to their relationship than I would have expected. Can you talk about how Maddie feels about her handler at the start?
Well, I think Maddie has been raised in captivity since she was an egg by Chaz. And so she has no idea really how she's going to be perceived by everyone. And I think that she's confident. She's happy. She trusts her owner. And then she's kind of shamed for her looks and exploited into this sort of stereotype of how people perceive deadly snakes. And from that moment on, she has an opportunity to kind of become insecure and to crumble, but instead she takes that chance to kind of escape back to the outback and to accept herself for her differences and to celebrate the fact they make her special and unique. And in her journey to kind of go home, she basically and find her family, she learns that her family are who she journeys with rather than, where she gets to, which is very sweet.
Ah, yes, I love the found family that is between all the little outback animals. Did you learn? Well, I'm sure you learned many things, but what was the most surprising or strange thing you learned about any of the creatures that you
I
participated
found
with?
it fascinating that my character, Maddie, the Taipan, that one drop of venom could kill 10 men. And yet, I don't think there's been any fatalities with a taipan snake, or maybe one, but which speaks to how kind of shy they are as a creature, and how they have this fierce reputation, but ultimately it's never really eventuated to anything. So yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting.
That is very interesting. I guess they're all as nice as Maddie is.
Well, let's not say that to the kids at home. Kids, if you're watching and you see a snake, you don't need to pick it up.
um, Now, another dynamic that is very fun is, of course, Maddie and Pretty Boy. That starts off one way, ends up another way. What was it like crafting that relationship and following that journey over the course of the film?
That was actually one of the relationships that kind of, got deeper and deeper as we shot the film, or at least made the voices. He starts out as this kind of spoiled celebrity who puts her down. But a lot of Maddie's journey is learning to accept Pretty Boy for who he is. Which I think is important, because to be seen, you really have to kind of see others for who they are. And that's, Maddie's lesson, I suppose, because Pretty Boy's as marginalized as she is, but on the other end of the spectrum. And so their kind of relationship and friendship that blossoms through acceptance of each other is a great, it's a great example for kids to see. Let's just put it that way, particularly right now.
That is very true. I absolutely agree with that. Now, other than the taipan, which species from the film would you least want to meet in the wild?
I'm going to go with Frank, the lovelorn spider. I was recently in Australia, and a mummy spider, there were just baby spiders. I don't know what happened. There was just one spider one day. The next day, the entire roof was covered in baby spiders. And I'm not exaggerating. And the image of it, I honestly, it gives me the heebie-jeebies even talking about it. Let's just say that I don't have a problem with a little scorpion or, a thorny devil or a snake, but I'm not a spider girl.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think, the spiders can just stay in their corner. Well, thank you so much. I cannot wait for everyone to watch. It was so much fun.
Thank you.